For Build Mississippi, we relocated the Element Wealth Studio right here in the Trade Mart on the beautiful Mississippi State Fairgrounds. We're pleased to welcome now Stephanie Lee, Executive Director of the Mississippi State Board of Contractors. Stephanie, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Gerard. Glad to be back with you.
All right, so I did a little tour before we came on the show here of the big room in there, and man, those youngsters are busy building stuff, aren't they? It's pretty neat.
They are a great group of kids in there.
Yeah, so how is this important to the contractor industry in the state of Mississippi?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because this is one of my favorite things to talk about. Whenever I'm speaking to colleagues across the country, I love to get to brag on Mississippi and the construction industry. And our leaders in the construction industry realized that we would be facing a skilled workforce shortage years ago, so 20 plus years ago. Realizing that, they petitioned the legislature to add an additional fee onto the licensing fee that is collected by our agency, and then we redistribute those funds back to high schools and community colleges and universities and the Construction Education Foundation for construction education and craft training to support events like this.
Okay. Does the board get involved in the curriculum at all and work with Build Mississippi on how they prepare these kids for jobs in the construction industry?
Yes, we have some board members that are involved with the foundation, and then several board members that serve on advisory panels with the different universities, Southern and Mississippi State, and their building construction science programs.
And is there anything, Stephanie, that the board does to just promote this program? Do you guys go out into the high schools, junior colleges, et cetera, and talk about the opportunities, or do your members do that?
So those funds that we collect that goes to the Construction Education Foundation, they promote it at the local level.
Okay.
And then we also have outreach events where we promote it as well.
I see. And when they all gather at an event like this, you can tell the kids are excited, they're enthusiastic to be here, they like working with each other, and you see a lot of working as a team, which is important as well, because that's what construction is all about.
Correct, absolutely. And we've continued to see year over year increased interest in the skilled trades, so we're very excited about that.
Yeah. What's in the future for the construction industry in the state of Mississippi? What's the health of it look like right now?
Well, like I said, I've been with the agency since 2008, and since then we've seen an increased growth in skilled trades. We're starting to see a lot of that from the counselor levels, advising students, excuse me, that there's a different path other than just a 4-year degree, and they're really considering pursuing those skilled trades.
And to what extent does the board work with our colleges, our high schools, just on creating curriculum and providing opportunities for youngsters, for students in the industry?
So when those funds that we collect each year, we have a committee that reviews what skills are most needed in Mississippi, and then they help use those funds to direct them into those programs to fulfill that need for Mississippi.
Just to make sure that they're prepared for the jobs that are in demand.
Correct, and to make sure we have an adequate workforce moving forward.
Well, it doesn't appear to be any slowdown in construction in Mississippi. We have been blessed to have secured some significant investments from some major companies that are locating here in the state of Mississippi, and the build process is long for these major projects, and they need lots of people on the job site involved in building. In fact, my understanding is many they're having to bring in from out of state because we don't have enough within the state.
Well, you're right, and our workload has increased about 32% over the last 4 years with a lot of these developments that are moving into the state. As far as outside contractors coming into work, we do have multiple agreements with other states that help streamline that process for those contractors to come in and be in compliance in Mississippi.
Well, that brings up another question. Just how plugged in are you guys to your sister organizations in other states, and just keeping up with what's going on across the nation is factoring into your decision making and governance?
Yeah, We're very plugged in.
Okay.
So I am actually immediate past president of the National Association of State Contractor Licensing Agencies. So I work with my colleagues all across the country, and we're constantly working to streamline processes and increase mobility and portability for construction contractors.
Well, talk about the licensing process, Stephanie. How important is that, and what does that mean to a consumer?
Well, the licensing process is a fairly easy process, and then as far as consumers, it helps protect those consumers by ensuring that they demonstrate some minimum level of competency, that they're insured, they're above board, they're paying their taxes, and so forth. So it offers them protection in that sense.
Okay, so it's just a testament to their credibility and integrity. And a consumer can be confident that when they hire folks that have achieved the licensing certification, that they're dealing with reputable people.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stephanie Lee, Executive Director of the Mississippi State Board of Contractors, has been our guest here on Middays. It's top of the hour. That means it's time for Fox News SuperTalk News. Thanks for coming on, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
We're stepping aside for a break. We're coming right back with the Element Well Studio, relocated to the Mississippi Trade Mart for Build Mississippi. Stay with us.